What's happening, baby? Doing a celebration, man. First episode of the 420 podcast. You know we gotta do it right, baby. Let's do it.
My nigga.
Let's get it.
Crack that open. Well, welcome to the first episode of 420 in Santiago. That's my podcast. You know, designed to promote the movie 420 in Santiago coming soon with Timothy Wilson, aka Prince T Dub. My motherfucking nigga. My motherfucking man. Inspirational man to everybody. He got his Instagram and that's how I actually met him. I seen a post that told me everything I needed to know about this man, and today we are here celebrating.
Celebrating is right, brother. What you want to do?
Alright. Some real ghetto shit. Champagne and foam cups.
Hey, man, that's some real brother shit right here, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Hold me up, nigga.
All right, man, let's get it, man. What we talking about, man?
All right. So I'm gonna take this episode to basically ask you all the questions I want to know about you.
Okay.
Like question number one, first thing first. When did you actually realize that you were funny, nigga?
Man, that's a good question, man. You know, realizing it, I kind of knew it all my life, man. You got to think about like all the Thanksgivings, and, you know, when the family come around. But I was just funny in the house, you know, around family. What I thought, you know what I'm saying, with the family laughing at you. But when I realized it, man, like, I'm funny to other people was in 2011.
2011.
Yeah, 2011.
How old were you back then?
7 years ago.
19?
About 19.
So was comedy your first, you know, attempt at the entertainment life?
Yeah, man, because what happened was I was in Chicago and I ran into this guy, man. He was a promoter. He was promoting artists back in the city. And, you know, he had made a couple of, you know, artists, you know, the rappers and stuff like that. And he seen me and he was like, man, you know, this probably like 2009, 2008. And he came up to me, he like, man, you got a look, man, you got a good look on you. He like, what you do? You rap, you sing, you know, what you do? I'm like, no, I don't rap or sing. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, you got a good look. I'm gonna find somewhere to put you. But you got a dope look. So, man,
Excuse me, not to cut you off. Is he like a promoter or something? Or?
Yeah, he was like he had access to the cable TV network in the city, so he was able to take talent and put them on that channel in Chicago. Okay. And what that did was it made them get a fan base. So I knew the artists that he had produced because they would come to the parade, they come up to, you know, my school or whatever, and all the girls would go crazy. And I always used to sit back like, man, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that life right there, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be somebody. So you know, he asked me, and maybe so I told him I didn't sing, I didn't rap. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I'm gonna find somewhere to put you at. So maybe man, we talked off and on for about 2 years, and then he called me one day. He said, man, I got it. He said, I'm coming out with a TV show, and I want you to come down here to the audition, and you know what I'm saying, audition for it. So I said, cool. So I got my mama car, me and one of my homeboys, we drive to the audition. It wasn't that far away, maybe 10 minutes away. We drive to the audition. We get like 2 blocks away from the audition, and we call it a flat tire. I'm like, man, maybe this ain't meant, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done call it flat now, you know what I'm saying? So, me and my homeboy, he actually at the time, he a mechanic now, but at the time he wasn't a mechanic, we was young, but he like, man, I know how to change the flat. We shorties, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know how to change the flat? Well, I mean, let's do it. Like, we're gonna have to wait on roadside assistance. So we got out, we changed the flat, we made it there just in time. So, I went down there, he called me, and he gave me a script. He was like, so you gonna pretty much rob this guy in the store.
They gave you the old robbing niggas?
They gave me the robbing nigga thing. So it's a bunch of people in the room. So I come down there and I'm trying to go over the script, and I come up to the dude. I mean, give me all your money, woo, you know what I'm saying? So everybody in the room laughed.
Nah, I ain't even gonna front. You don't look like the type of nigga that would rob a nigga.
And that's why, you know what I'm saying? So they kept on telling me to do it again. So when I'm doing it, everybody still laughed. He like, nah, this one ain't for you. He said, I got you. So he said, I'm gonna make you the main character's best friend. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet.
And the main character is the nigga robbing niggas.
The main character was the dude who was robbing niggas. So he made me his best friend, which I added comedy to the show. So I was the comedian of the show, and man, it was like after the second episode where I started to see, you know, people was actually watching this show because I didn't really know like if people were gonna watch it, is it something new, you know what I'm saying? People was actually watching this show.
What was the name of the show?
It was called The Reawakening. The Reawakening TV show. So people was actually watching this show, man. I remember going to this place called Gold Bananas. It's a Gold Bananas. It's a game room in Illinois. I forgot what city, but it's in Illinois. And we went to this game room, and like 5 girls came up to me like, oh, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you?
They seen the show.
They seen the show. And this was my first time actually seeing fans.
So that was your first taste of a fan, of a groupie, like.
You want a picture with me? So I'm okay, I know what's going on. So after that, I started going up to schools, and I had became that person that people were screaming for. You know what I'm saying? So my first comedy show I ever did was by myself. It was a 1-hour show. I did 2 shows in one night and sold both of them out.
So that was prior to Dude hooking you up with all that, or that was after?
That was after. So after I did the TV show, I was able to do stand-up comedy. Okay. So stand-up comedy, you know, I did 2 shows one night, sold them both out, and man, it was just like from there, I'm like, yeah, this is.
You said you sold both of them out. What was the venue holding? Like how many people?
500 people.
Oh, that's good,
so it's
nigga.
1,000 people my first show. 1,000 people. So I mean, I never forget. I like really, honestly, that night that I did the comedy show, I did it, and the dude who I was telling you about at the beginning, you know, I don't want to say his name or whatever the case may be, but when it came down to splitting the money or breaking the money up, he did some stuff that I ain't like. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too deep into it.
I see why you don't want to mention his name.
So I'm gonna just say,
you're a classic guy. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say.
I would have put that nigga on blast.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it. But I'm gonna just say that right there, that one comedy show, that was my first time dealing with him about money. You know what I'm saying? So for me to see that my first time, I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna just say this: the money that he gave me, I spent to get there, cause I got a limo for me, my mama, my grandma, like pretty much my family.
Basically, you broke even.
Pretty much, and I know we made more money than that. You know what I'm saying? Cause both of the shows sold out, but he come with some bullshit ass excuse about the club wanted extra money and this and that, and I'm like, man, fam, even if that's true, it's still supposed to be more money than this. He hadn't even realized that his assistant at the time had came to me after the first show. She came to me after the first show, and cause she was collecting the money at the door. So she came to me after the first show to pretty much motivate me for the second show, and she brought the little case that the money was in. So she brought it like, oh, we made money. You know what I'm saying? She was real excited. So I seen the money.
So basically, you saw the money.
I seen the money. You know what I'm saying? So when you come to try to break me bread, I'm like, so I say, man, I can't really mess with dude like that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up going a separate way from him and show you how God works. After I stopped messing with dude, it was a guy who made my flyers for me. He made all my flyers at the time. He hit me up and he was like, man, a dude was, he came to me to make a flyer for a comedy show, and he wants you, and I told him to choose a comedian. And I said, if you looking for comedians, my man's a comedian, you gotta make his flyer. So he like, he wanna meet you. So this dude came to meet me, his name Vic. He came to meet me instantly that night. He put him on the phone, I talked to him, he said, where you at? I told him where I was at. He pulled up on me that night. And never judge a book by its cover, because he pulled up in a minivan. The minivan was like
some dusty
like
shit.
Dusty, you know what I'm saying? And but I still like, okay, man, I got in the car. You know, just talked to him and he heard what he got to say. And come to find out, this guy like a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So he pretty much like, man, I want to get behind you. He's like, I pretty much heard what happened with you in the last TV show, because the first dude told me, man, after this show, man, you ain't gonna be nothing, man. You can't do nothing without me, man. I wrote all your jokes. I did this, I did that.
See, that's the thing. Niggas want to take control of your talent. Once they realize that they can't do that, all of a sudden you're not gonna be shit.
Oh yeah. So I mean, man, boy, was he wrong, because
nigga,
when I met the other guy, he pretty much got behind me, and we started my own TV show. So I did my own TV show, put it on the same network that he was on.
What was the name of that TV show?
All About Chris. So I played Chris on The Reawakening. That was my name. So everybody knew me as Chris at the time. So it was only right that I took the Chris name over here. So I made a show pretty much. And really, I didn't even want to do that. I really wanted to make just a regular TV show. And he was like, no, man, it's your time to shine. You know what I'm saying? He like, you should make this something about you. And we sat there and I'm like, man, All About Chris? He like, dope, let's run with it. We got posters, stickers, rap bands.
So you actually came up with the title?
Yep. And from there, man, we put this show out there, and everybody who's watching his show shifted over to my show. And man, it caused so much beef, and he was pretty much on Facebook dissing me. His new cast was dissing me. You know, it was real crazy, man. It was crazy, but I just kept going, boom. You know what I'm saying? Every time you try to throw a shot at me, boom, kept going. And my show surpassed his. And there was nothing he can do about it.
So that's the thing. Niggas can never knock the hustle.
Oh, they can't never knock that.
Can't knock the hustle, man. Especially when it's coming from someone with real talent. Talent is infinite. Like, you don't worry about having talent. It's God given. So you wake up, you have talent. You feel me? You just gotta learn how to. Once you know your talent that you have, you confident in it. Ain't no stopping it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So go ahead, continue.
So, man, you know, pretty much after that, I did my show. And my
All
show
About
lasted,
Chris?
All About Chris. I did my show, 3 seasons. And
How many episodes each season?
It was about 12 episodes each season.
Okay, 4 seasons.
So, I brought a few characters, man, and I kind of like pretty much made them stars because, you know, they pretty much rode my wave and they was able to, you know, get one of their own. And one of the cats who was on The Reawakening with me, he got killed off The Reawakening because he wasn't coming to film. He was just being, you know what I'm saying, real hard here, real action. So he ended up getting killed off The Reawakening.
So how old was this character in Reawakening?
He was at the time, I think he was like maybe 2 years younger than me. So he was probably 17, I was 19.
So the character he was playing was also a 17-year-old?
Yeah, so we both pretty much played teenagers. So we both pretty much played teenagers in the show.
So how did it knock that nigga out the box? How did it
Alright, so fam pretty much, man, I kind of seen it coming. He was actually at the audition with me. He was at the audition with me. I seen him, and he added fam to the show. Now me and him, he was the star of the show with me. So he was the one I was telling you about.
The nigga Robin nigga.
Yeah, so he was the star of the show. And he ended up kind of doing a bunch of goofy stuff, not coming to film, and you know what I'm saying, just real, you know what I'm saying, petty shit.
Immature shit.
And the dude was like, no, we gotta kill him off the show. So we created a real funeral and everything to make it look like he died. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need him for the funeral. We just pretty much got a obituary. We all dressed up. His mama, who played his mama at the show at the time. I'll tell you about that because she ended up coming to my show as well. But we all pretty much dressed up and we went to her house. It was a real sad episode. It was a very sad episode. And so when I stopped messing with him and moved on to my show, the dude who he killed off, I said, man, you know, me and him had a good relationship. Pretty much all of us did. The mama too. Like when I did my show, everybody left dude alone. This is how fucked up, you know what I'm saying, he was, because everybody pretty much came over to my show. You know what I'm saying? And my manager, the new manager at the time, was telling me like, man, I don't think you should bring these people over to your show like that from fam show. And you know, I'm like, man, well, the few people that I selected, they solid. You know what I'm saying? In my eye, they were solid. And he like, all right, cool, you can do your thing. So the dude who played the star, it was something about him that my new manager didn't like. You should do that like that, man. And I'm going to bat for this cat, like, man, no, that's my homie. You know what I'm saying? This how loyal I was. I'm like, man, that's my homie. Nah, I want him in. So what I did was I had an event at a high school called Dunbar in Chicago. And I was hosting a homecoming. And I went to the homecoming, and I knew my manager was gonna be there. So I ended up inviting the other dude who played the star on the other show. I don't want to say his name, but I ended up inviting him there.
So I take it y'all ain't cool no more.
Yeah, we ain't cool no more.
Alright.
So I invited him because I purposely wanted to let my manager see that the crowd will react to him the same way they react to me. You know what I'm saying? So he synced it. He was like, okay, damn, we can mess with fans. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much did a sneak attack to get him on the show. And I reattached myself with him. And he did the same shit on my show. He did the same, just want to be a star.
Missing in action.
You know what I'm saying? Just real Hollywood, and I always thought he was bigger than me. And, you know what I'm saying? It was just like crazy. And the cat ended up getting a deal out in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me tell you. Okay, so I skipped a few parts. So I had a rap band with my picture on it. It was pretty much promoting the show. So it was a rap band with my picture on it that pretty much rode through the city of Chicago promoting my show. And you know, when we go to an event, we bring this van. And he felt he was so big. He like, man, why my picture ain't on the van? You know what I'm saying? So behind my back, he going to tell my manager, man, I don't really like getting out van like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just loose, stupid stuff, man. And
you could actually sense the jealousy and see it.
There was a lot of jealousy going on. So I'm like, so it got so bad, man, that my manager ended up buying him the same van and wrapping it with his picture on. And it was just a conflict of interest now, because it was like, how you gonna let this cat come? You know what I'm saying? So we trying to work together, but it's really going, you know what I'm saying?
And this is after you brought the nigga in.
I brought him in. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of going like this.
We're going to have to take a smoke break on that one.
Yeah, man.
Look, man, look. Right here, we got the mixed match. We got some OG in this. I'm going to let you get to your story in a minute. We got some OG, some Gorilla Glue, and the other two just some loud shit. I don't know what the fuck they are. But we going to smoke. You feel me? A lot of people think, you know, weed is actually bad. So this podcast, 420 in Santiago, is basically to educate dumb motherfuckers who think weed is similar to crack. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, my mom used to be like, oh, you smoking weed, you a crackhead, you smoking crack. I'm like, God damn, Ma, you ever seen a crackhead? Do I look like a crackhead? You feel me? So we gotta educate people sometimes.
Right.
You know, the older folks don't really know much. So with that said, this podcast, that's what it's about. 420 in Santiago, we're gonna shed light on marijuana. I'm a weed advocate to the heart, you feel me? To the death of me. Weed got me in trouble all my life because these niggas wanted to, you know, knock a nigga out the box. But in reality, look at the truth. They making money off this shit now. So we're gonna take this to let them know, basically. So I basically want to say I told you so. So I told you motherfuckers so. This shit got me locked up a few times, and you motherfuckers making millions off this shit now. So with that said, you know, 420 in Santiago at 420 on the dot. We got about a couple minutes. I'm gonna spark up. I don't know which one you getting, so you get one you can spark up. And once we do that, we will get to the story. So it's actually 420 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and spark this up. You need a lighter, G?
Absolutely.
Alright, so yeah, get to your story. So you brought the nigga in, now you wanna act Hollywood and shit.
So now you want to act Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So, light up my weed. Light up my weed. So, along with weed.
You going live, nigga? You going live?
So, I brought a beer. And,
You know, huh? We saw you from the movie, you know. There you go.
absolutely. So, man, pretty much, so, man, I can't focus with her right here like that, man. I can't. You all just blowing smoke kisses at each other like that.
What you saying?
Alright, so anyway, man, I brought him on to the show or whatever. And he pretty much just got Hollywood on me, man. Like, he was doing a little bunch of stuff, and like I said, it became a conflict of interest. So,
Was he, not to cut you off, was he really the type of nigga to be, you know, some niggas play a role, they let that role actually take over they start thinking that they are that character.
Right.
Was he one of them niggas like
Yeah,
start
pretty
to
much.
really start acting like he
another
tough
thing,
for real?
And another thing, I don't want to give him an excuse, but if I could say, I mean, he had a lot of negative people in his ears. You know what I'm saying?
That shit'll
like
rub off.
and stuff like that. And you know, to the point, I just sense the jealousy, man. Like when I come around and we'll do a show together, and then it got to the point where they was even like, cause we were so attached to each other that like people wanted to book us together. And it got to the point we couldn't even do shows no more together because I didn't want to do one with him. We lost out on a lot of money because of that, you know, that incident. But he, like I said, so he ended up getting signed with the in Atlanta. So he got signed in Atlanta, and he pretty much main goal was to pretty much try to shit on me, you know, no matter whatever I had going on, he just pretty much wanted to just shit on me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, didn't work.
You see how that worked
You know
out.
what I'm saying?
And once again, not to cut you off, like, not that you want to shed light on his situation. I'm kind of curious to know where that nigga at right now.
Man, all bad. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I know what's going on in Chicago right now with the gang violence and
It's
all
all
that.
bad. I mean, like,
And that was a few years ago. Ain't no telling what path he took
man,
once things didn't work out.
I'm talking about, I kind of feel sorry for him at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we was like this, and I know that I can help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
tried to help.
I tried to help, and I know, like, I still can help, but I'm not gonna do it again because I'm not gonna set myself up for what just happened the first time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because
You basically learned your lesson. You ain't gonna do the same shit again.
okay, okay. So I feel like this, man. I always been this type of person. Say if somebody come to me, I'll use drugs for example. Everybody knows. Say if somebody come to me with cannabis. I don't sell weed, you know what I'm saying? But I know somebody who do. I link them up with the right person. That's just always.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So he ended up going a path because he did music. So he ended up going to do got a deal out in Atlanta. He out there in Atlanta doing his thing, whatever case may be. Ended up getting hooked up with one of the biggest comedians. I don't want to say no names, but he had a TV show on, I believe it was VH1, and he ended up getting hooked up with him, and now he's a star on this big comedian. Well, not a star, but he played a character on this comedian show. And my thing was, oh, you don't even do comedy. Why wouldn't you call me and say, yo, I'm in the same room as this dude. You know what I'm saying? You do comedy, I'm gonna bring you over here. And
That's
you
your
come sit
field.
with him. He didn't want to do that, like I said, main thing. And so what they did was they ended up, because you know I owned all the rights to All About Chris. So he did
That's your shit.
It's my shit. So he ended up doing the event, and the TV show came out and recorded it, and they had my show playing in the background. So they called me because they needed me to release that footage, which I had no problem with doing. But what ended up happening was, I was like, why the fuck he ain't called me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need the footage, why he ain't called me? But this how Hollywood is. He don't call me.
He got his assistant or some shit?
So he had the producers of the show call me about releasing this footage. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll get back with y'all. So finally, after a few days, I'm cool right now. After a few days, he reached out to me and he say, I mean, what's up? You don't want to release the footage? I mean, what you need, a little money or something? I mean, we'll give you like $250.
That's how he said that shit?
That's how he said it.
I ain't releasing shit.
I say, fam, what? I say, you know what? I'm like, now y'all ain't getting shit. You know what I'm saying? Because now you just being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It's never been about me. My thing is, fam, I did all of this to get you on the same level as me, and you feel like you bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? And
That's that bullshit.
I mean, bro, we had a relationship that was so strong, and it's kind of like sad to me until this day because we were so strong and connected, bro, that like I knew his mama personally. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like family. You know what I'm saying? And for me, like, I had to leave him alone. So, I mean, of course, I'm not going to still talk to your OG, but, man, his OG loved me like I was her son. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so much petty shit that he was doing, man. I couldn't really, I can't mess with you, fam. But, like I say, man, it's like, right now, and to show you how tables turn, the show that he was on ended up being canceled. You know what I'm saying? The record label he was signed under ended up dropping him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just, you know what I'm saying? Now he's back just, you know what I'm saying, just doing shit.
That's all the negativity.
And I'm in a position right now where I could take I could put your music in the back of my videos. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now my people like, what's that song? Hey, this one out the band, go follow him. You know what I'm saying? But will I do that for you? Hell no, because you was in a position to help me, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just, man, it's wild how people think, man. That's why I say, man, you gotta watch who you help sometimes, man, because...
But you see how the tables turn, though.
Yeah, oh, they'll turn, man. They'll definitely turn. That's why I always tell people, man, you gotta be humble, man. You gotta be humble out here, man. That's one thing, because anything can happen.
Like, for example, you just helped me make my dreams come true. I wrote a script. You know, I wanted to do it. The character I originally wrote the script about is a good friend of mine, but he had some legal troubles. He couldn't really make it out here. So I had to replace him. And one day, I'm like going through Facebook and shit. I don't think I even had Instagram. And somebody reposted a video of yours. And it was a video about jealous friends. You know, niggas that's next to you, but they're never happy for you. Instead of saying congratulations, they rather say, oh,
yeah,
your little job.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, your little show.
They try to downplay what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? They try to downplay it. You know, like I said all the time, man, these people exist. As much as we try not to believe it, it's people that's in your corner that you wouldn't even know that's secretly in competition with you. And that video that I did, man, I pretty much was talking about, some of my experiences. But that was one of my most popular videos. That video ended up shooting has, I think, it's over 10 million views now.
That's the video that caught my attention. Because I felt like you were talking to me specifically. Because at that particular time, I was actually going through some shit with, saying, verbatim, everything you were saying. It's like I wrote it and I told you, look, man, talk about this today. You feel me? So that's why I had to track you down. I reached out and
we here now.
We here. You feel me? 420 in Santiago, the movie coming soon. Like, real soon. So that's gonna be a treat. And I gotta admit, you are the movie. You
man, I appreciate it, man.
You are the movie.
Man, I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you because, you know what I'm saying, you want the stars as well, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just happy to be here, man. Like I say, first time out the country was out here shooting films for this movie, you know what I'm saying, my first time out the country, and for it to be an experience like this, it's like, I definitely appreciate it, man. Like I say, man, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 10, whatever you want to do, I'll be here for it.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It was just a blessing for me, man. Seeing my dreams come true. After all the bullshit I've been through, you feel me? Recently coming home from, from the feds and shit. So, nothing that I'm proud of, but that time out helped me realize what I really wanted to do. That time out took me away from all the distractions in the world. So I basically made the best out of a fucked up situation. I went to prison and came home with the recipe to be a millionaire, you feel me?
Oh, yeah.
And once I discovered your joint, it was more like, oh shit, this nigga's on the right path, so this is what I gotta do. So I need to holler at him, you know what I mean? So I can get close to him, learn a thing or two. And I promise you, that was the greatest learning process of my life. You know what I mean? It's like working your dreams and having it's like seeing somebody on TV, right? To be able to actually see them in person up close. Like on Instagram, I swore like we were the same height, nigga.
Oh yeah, I got you by a few inches, family.
As soon as you pulled up, I'm like, God damn, this nigga taller than me. Fuck that Instagram shit. I thought this nigga was my height. So, but to actually have someone that inspires you and to be able to say, you know what, I want to do a movie with this nigga and reach out and to actually do it, that meant a lot to me. And it's like, you took me seriously. When most, like, my mother didn't take me seriously. I'd be like, yo, mom, I'm gonna do a movie, you feel me? So she like, yeah, you selling drugs again? Stop using that shit. You feel me? So it's like, man, mom, you supposed to support me. Let my uncle know, yo, I started an entertainment company. What's that? I'm making music videos. He like, yeah, that's the same shit you was in. So I'm like, no, it's not. It's different entertainment. He gonna tell me, do niggas get drug in it, get high in entertainment business? I'm like a little, like same shit. But in actuality, it was totally different from what I was used to. I'm actually legit now, and I'm proud of that. And ain't no obstacles gonna hold me back now. I was never afraid to put my life and freedom on the line to make 10, 15, $20,000. So I'm definitely not gonna be afraid to follow my dreams, considering the fact that the other game I was playing, when you fail, you die or you go to prison. So in this entertainment shit, if I fail, I'm gonna get up, dust myself off, and come back again. You feel me? So, and I don't take no losses. It's always a learning experience. I don't lose. I either win or I learn a lesson. I heard somebody say that shit, but it felt so right considering the fact that that's how I live my life. So, you know, I don't know who said that shit, but that's my shit. You know what I mean? I don't lose, I learn lessons. And if you got that shit copywritten, holla at me, you feel? So, but my nigga, man, first episode of the podcast, this shit was just something I thought of one day. I woke up, I was smoking a blunt. I'm like, you know what? I got some questions for this nigga. I want to know things about him. So with that said, my next question is, what projects do you have coming up?
Well, man, I got a project with a magazine company called Rolling where I'm the host of that. Working on a comedy tour, of course.
You always on tour, nigga.
Yeah, but I want to make this an official tour around the year.
So we can actually expect a DVD or something?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to put together a DVD as well. Reality show, I had got two opportunities to go on some different reality shows. So, I can't really speak on those, but that should be something funny. Man, just non-stop working, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fits me. That.
Man, that's one thing I appreciate about you too. It's like watching somebody work as hard as you do. It motivates me.
Oh yeah.
I just can't wait to be like, I have a full schedule like you do. Like, I had to wait fucking 3 months to get you back out here from the time we wrapped filming the first time. So it was like, God damn, this nigga, he moving, he getting money, and I like that. So that shit motivates me, man. It's inspiration. So I congratulate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
So now, this is the good questions for the females, though. What type of female would you consider your type?
My type, man. I like funny chicks, man. Like chicks with a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? Not funny, but just one with a sense of humor. You know, just a person that's fun to be around, who just not, serious all the time. Definitely one that like you can use makeup, but not all the time. I mean, makeup is good for
Facts.
certain, you know what I'm saying, situations. But not all the time. Some females just overdo it with the makeup. It's
Oh
like,
man, I feel like that's a clown right there. You got
yeah,
something
like
covering up.
what is you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can see just a touch up here, here and there, but because you sit up there, you mess around and meet a chick and end up liking her, not knowing that underneath that makeup, she ain't really who you think she is. You know what I'm saying? So, because makeup can change your whole look. Like, nigga, it can make, nigga, you look like Holly Berry, motherfucker.
Nah, I don't think I ever look like Halle Berry, nigga. I mean,
Man,
shit.
you go to the right makeup artist, nigga. They shave that shit off your ass, right? Your ass out here looking like Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Funny ass nigga, yo. But that I can't front. That's actually what attracted me to you though. Like your skits, that yo, your shit is just so funny to the point you forget about a bad day. You feel me? Like I have a stressful day, I'll go straight to your Instagram. Like, let me see what this nigga talking about.
Oh yeah,
You feel me?
that's my goal, man. In every video, I just want to make somebody's day. And if I can do that, my job is done. I don't care if it's one person. I don't care if it's a million. If I can make somebody's day, my job is done.
My nigga, I tell you one thing, man. You continuously making my day, my nigga. Every time I holler at you about something, it's never I'm busy, I'm that. It's always like, fuck it, let's figure out a date. And I'm dead. So I really appreciate that. And which brings me to my next question. What is your view on marijuana?
My view on marijuana.
And where do you stand?
I mean, marijuana is definitely useful, man. It relaxes you. I feel like when I get a little marijuana into my system, no matter how, if it's a blunt or whatever, when I get it into my system, I become more creative. Because my mind races. I'm just so, I try to do everything, man. I be having a million ideas in my head, a million topics, a million things I want to talk about.
Same
What I'm saying? And when I take that puff or that bite of that weed edible,
I ain't fucking with the edible. They can never get me right.
well, you ain't had the right edible.
I mean, never get me right.
You ain't had the right edible. But once I take that and I become the most creative, I sit there and I focus. I start on a task and I get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. Like, I'm able to focus when I smoke. I mean, like, I have so many ideas running through my mind at the same fucking time. To the point it's like, damn, I'll start on this, and then from that first idea, I'll pull another one out. So that's two ideas from one thought. And from that second one, pull a third one out.
Yeah.
And it keeps going to the point where mentally I cannot finish a thought fully as far as like creating something. I'll start and get about 25-30%, start on the next one. So when I smoke, I'm actually able to just zoom in on one and say, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'll roll up 10 blunts and write a script, nigga. Like, real shit. By the time I get through that 10th blunt, I got a whole premise, at least a good 30 to 50 pages. So with that, I feel like instead of locking me up or locking people up for this shit, they should have been let niggas use that shit and exploit their creativity. So, but I'm still mad though, man. I'm still mad. I went to prison for this shit. Being a user of a controlled substance in possession of firearms. A lot of niggas don't understand that. You could be a clean citizen with no felonies, whatever, and even be a legal firearm owner, and you smoke marijuana, which was considered a A-class drug, whatever, or A-class, whatever, fuck. That's a federal crime. You feel me? So that's how you get over when they might legalize weed under state laws, but federal laws still state, nigga, if you smoke weed, you in possession of a firearm, we booking your ass. So they really fucking niggas up with that one. They fucking me up with it. So, but back to this weed though. weed is life, basically.
Yeah, that whole blunt.
Oh yeah, you know me, nigga, Mr. Smoker. But it's the other blunt though. I got more weed in the car. I ain't got no more Dutches though. So, and he forgot to bring the Dutches. There ain't no Dutches. But I still had a pack from last time we came, so next time you pull up, my nigga, please bring my Dutches. I'm gonna tell Joe the same thing too. Yo, Joe, my nigga, please, next time you pull up, I want my vanilla Dutches, G. Dutch Masters. I want my shit.
Definitely.
But back to this weed though. So marijuana, you smoke. I heard some. I don't know if I should be talking about this right now. I need drugs. How did you come about that one?
And like I said, man, and I'm really like, um,
Oh, for those who don't know, I Need Drugs is a song. Or should I say it's a hit. And I know it was a freestyle because I know we was on set smoking weed. And I used to hear you rhyming in the back. Like, I'm talking about kicking your little freestyles and shit.
yeah, I mean, pretty
Yeah,
much, like I
man.
said, it just came to me, and just got up one morning. Like I say, man, I just really, like smoking to me, I don't really, like, I gotta be in a house somewhere. Like, I can't smoke and go to the club. Or I can't, I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to smoke and be out and function. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, all type of paranoia, just all type of stuff. But smoking in the house, or you know what I'm saying, something like that, I can do. And I got up one morning, and I ate a little piece of edible, and I just went through beats, and I just vibed with it. And I Need Love was one of the beats by LL Cool J that I listened to. I'm like, man, I need drugs.
You really felt like you needed drugs at the time, or it was just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be creative and write a song about I need drugs?
It really, I wouldn't say about me needing it. It was just more that I knew people needed to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people, and like if you listen to the lyrics, I said, fuck love, this a new song about drugs. Hit my weed man up, told him bring me a dub. Said my kids are fly, told my job goodbye, took off my suit and tie, now it's time to get high. Now in that I said, I'm pretty much saying, my
That's
kids
my
are
life,
straight,
nigga.
my kids are straight, I just got off work, I took off my suit and tie, got a good job, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time, so all my work is done. Now it's time to get high.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I went on to say I got a glazed donut and some chips in my other hand. Who selling link? Man, a nigga got the munchies. Walked into the grocery store and I spent about $100, man. If you don't smoke weed, that's something you wouldn't understand. Pretty much let you know in the song. If you don't smoke weed,
It's not for you.
It ain't for you.
It's not
You know what
for
I'm
you.
saying?
Don't judge me. Suck a dick. Get
You
the
know what
fuck
I'm
out
saying?
my
So,
way.
you know, so a lot of people, they don't understand weed. They don't understand. You know, I see a lot of people that just, they downplay weed as if it's a bad thing. But like, if you really think about it, you know, in Hollywood and stuff like that, man, people do cocaine to function. You know what I'm saying? Like it's normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about rich people, wealthy people, man, doctors. You'd be surprised some of the people who do cocaine.
Nigga, I used to.
So,
Nigga, I know.
you know what I'm saying?
College professors.
Exactly. So for them to come at weed and make it seem like
Attorneys.
this weed is just the worst thing you could ever do. I'm like, no. So I pretty much made a song because I knew people needed to hear. A lot of people don't understand weed. A lot of people don't understand what it do for you. So that's why I made the song, man. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna get the reaction it got. Like I didn't really think it was gonna get the reaction it got.
What was you, high?
Man, you know.
You made a song called I Need Drugs. Now, not only weed, you got niggas that do other shit.
Yeah.
That'll make that their theme shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like,
So, man,
I Need Drugs is my, like, I only listen to shit I can relate to.
Yeah.
Every now and then I find some shit that I like that's like, alright, cool. But if I can find at least one or two lines in a song that I can actually relate to, I can say, oh shit, I did that. Or oh shit, I felt that before. It's like, or if I can learn something from a song, I don't need to listen to that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why like a lot of music to me it ain't nothing. But I'm not here to judge, so I listen to the beat, fuck it, and rap over
Yeah.
this shit, you know. But I gotta actually relate to it, man. So when I heard that, man, that's my theme song, G.
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
my shit, my
Appreciate it.
nigga.
Appreciate it.
And look how it goes perfectly with your movie.
It definitely do, and it's accurate.
420 in Santiago. So I'm guessing that's on the soundtrack.
Yeah, yeah, man. We definitely we talked about that the other day, so it looked like it's gonna happen. You know, just gotta get the get everything right with it. Like I said, it was LL Cool J beat, so I did have to change that.
Oh, so you redid it.
Yeah, same lyric, same melody, same.
So on the original beat, basically. So it's basically now it's your song.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta pay homage or get nothing cleared with nobody.
Right.
That's your shit.
Yeah, that's me.
So
You know, that's me.
that's what's up. You own it all the way around. So
Yeah. So I'm still getting stuff right with that, but then it'll be right, and we definitely gonna
okay, I can actually see Snoop on that shit. Cause you played the new version for me, so like Snoop, that's my nigga. I fuck with Snoop. So
Yeah, I mess with Snoop hard, and he mess with me as well. He follow me on Instagram. He posts a few of my videos on his page, man. Snoop show mad love, you know. Like I say, once I get it out here, once I get the song out here, I want to get it out here first with the new beat. I got it out here with
yo,
the
the
first
new beat is dope, by the way. My
man,
nigga, my
appreciate it.
nigga.
So once I
Made
get
me
that,
want to jump on that motherfucker, man. Okay, okay. See, I heard it.
once I get it out here with the new beat, and you know, pretty much, you know, get people rocking with it, I'm gonna reach out to Snoop and say, man,
I don't see why not. That's to me. The Snoop I know, he ain't no fake nigga, so it's not like I don't know him personally, but like me being a fan, like so you get to learn a nigga. So basically, like I know he can relate to
yeah,
that. I can relate to it. I smoke weed like a fucking chimney.
definitely,
And Snoop, that nigga be higher than the fucking eagle. So I know a song like I Need Drugs is his shit. And I know he ain't talking about no other drugs. He talking about weed, that chronic. So that's his shit. So I don't see why not. You feel me? And that's a good look for him too. That's my nigga right there. So I would love to see that. So you gotta let your fans know so they can hit that nigga Snoop up. I'm gonna be the first one. As a fan, yo, Snoop, I Need Drugs. You should jump on that.
don't jump on that. I'm gonna let my people know once it comes out. Hey, yo, Snoop, just jump on it.
Okay, okay. Yo, like, it's about, I think you have a flight to catch tonight, right?
Yeah, flight at I think 10 in the morning.
My nigga. I just didn't want to wait any longer to do this. So I just took the opportunity this time around while we was working. I said, fuck it, you know what? What better time to actually launch the podcast to start the promotion campaign for the movie 420 in Santiago, which is starring Timothy Wilson, aka Prince T, motherfucking Dub,
Dubba.
my favorite comedian. Not because well, because you are my friend and you genuine, and I know that. And it's like I'm new at this shit. This is not really me, but it's just some things I wanted to know about you, and I felt like, you know what? I know your fans want to know that too. So I just took that opportunity to just kill two birds with one stone, promote the movie, our movie, 420 in Santiago, which I got part 2 already written. So I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. But that's to show you, like, the chemistry, like, the vibe I get from you. Like, it was just inspirational. Like, once we wrapped the first one, I was already thinking about the second one. You feel me? By the time I completed the second script, something you said made me think about the third one. You feel me? So I just completed the second script, 420 Santiago Part 2, which will be filmed in Santiago. Again, I'm not gonna say which Santiago, but it'll be there. So, and that's just what happens when I come around a creative mind. You feel me? You inspire me. It's like you adding fuel to my flames and shit. You adding fuel to my fire. So it's like my creative flames is always burning. And when you come around, it's like it's on another level. So I really appreciate that. And I would encourage people who have a dream not to give up on themselves, not to ever give up on their dreams. And it's like you living proof. You feel me? It's like from conversations we had before, and I hate that I can't really get into those conversations with you right now. You got that flight to catch. And I know you only had about 2 hours of sleep since you've been out here. You feel me? Rock and roll. But
definitely following your dream, definitely. Every time that I wanted to give up, man, you know what I'm saying? Like that one time I got locked up. I got locked up. That wasn't even my fault. I ended up having to go to court. No, man, real crazy. What happened was, remember I was telling you about the rap band with my pitch on.
oh yeah.
So, we threw a party on the south side of Chicago at this spot called Mr. G. About, I want to say, 1,700 to 2,000 people showed up to this party. It was so packed that people couldn't even get in. It was like, you know, a line wrapped around the corner for this party. It was a big party. One of the biggest parties that they had ever seen. And, of course, by it being, you know, we being stars or whatever, we arrived to the party late. So when we got to the party was over. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody was fighting. The party was over.
So shit got shut down.
So it got shut down. So by being so many, you know, fans and kids out there, the police was out there heavy. You know what I'm saying? Now at this time, we pulled up in a rap van. This before the fight even broke out. We pulled up. We like right on side of the building, and we about to get out to go in. But the manager was going in to make sure that it was okay for us to walk straight in. You know what I'm saying? And so as I'm sitting in the van, and like the other dude who I was telling you about, he got a van this time too. So his van is in front of my van. I'm the only one in my van because I'm not the only one. There's no driver in my van because my manager was driving me, and my cousin, and one of my homies in my van. So we just pretty much in the back. And before I knew it, I see everybody rushing out the party. You know what I'm saying? Big chaos. I just hear a lot of noise. They see my van. Of course, they know I'm in the van. So they run over, they get to screaming, banging on the window. So we locked the door and they pretty much trying to shake the van. So I see my other homie who's van who's in front of me. You know, they got their driver, so they drive and took right off. Boom, they drive off.
So your driver's been some in action.
So my manager was driving, so he's inside making sure he's good.
Okay.
So shit, you know what I'm supposed to do? Like they jumping all on top of the van, like man, they going crazy. So I said, man, forget it. I jumped in the drive, put it in drive. So I'm driving, they moving out the way or whatever the case may be, and the police now they surrounded it. And it was so big that police had helicopters out there. Like they had the police helicopters out there shining the lights because that's how big the crowd was. And so I'm driving the van. As I'm driving, one of the police pulls out a gun to pretty much get the people to move
To control the crowd.
So that's what I'm thinking that he's doing. So he pulls out the gun, so everybody kind of, you know, run away. So now I take this opportunity to drive off. Because I'm driving off, they say that the police were trying to get my attention, but I didn't know that. And why are you trying to get my attention anyway? I mean, you got to deal with that. So I'm driving, but they say he's holding on to my car door.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm steady moving, like I'm trying to get out of this. Like, I'm scared for my life. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to get away from the
I'm
danger.
trying to get away. So as I'm driving, all of a sudden, the passenger side window just shattered. The police hit the window with the knife. Shattered the whole window.
How fast were you going?
At this time, I'm not even going no more than 5 miles per hour. I'm not even going that fast. I'm actually just, you know, driving circles. I'm looking around, still trying to wait on my manager to come out. I'm still trying to see what's going on. And he bust the window. So I didn't know he bust the window. I just seen the window bust. And
So it could have been like somebody was
it could have
shooting.
been somebody shooting. It could have been anything. So at that time, I slammed on the door. His hands holding on to the door, so he kind of like fell with it.
So now once he got hurt,
So
for his
now,
dumb ass holding on, they're
he
gonna
holding
blame
on to
you
the
for
door.
it.
So I'm looking out the rearview mirror because I'm still panicking. So I look out the rearview mirror, And I noticed that it was the police on this side, which was the one holding on to the door. He had the nightstick in his hand, so I'm like, he's the one who burst out the window. There was one at the end of the block aiming his gun towards the back of the truck, like he was ready to shoot the truck or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still lost, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm lost. Like, what the fuck going on? So I instantly turn, I go to a busy street, and I called the police to pretty much notify them, like, you know, what the fuck going on? The police just bust out my window, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? And so the police pretty much just riding past me. They flying past the helicopter.
They're going to the scene.
But what they doing is, he got on the walkie-talkie and said, stop that rap van, rap with the picture on it. They pulled over my man's truck. So
the wrong van.
They got the wrong van. They not even knowing that it's two of those vans. So they pulled him over and they said that he was the one who drugged the police. So the police.
That's the one they got, so they're gonna blame it on him.
So they pulled him out the car. They pretty much roughed up him and the security guards that was in his truck and pretty much did a bunch of just unnecessary stuff. I'm not knowing that they got him over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pretty much like, yo, what the fuck going on? Why did the police bust my window? So police finna fly past me again. We get in the middle of the street. Yo, what y'all doing? Come over here. I called the police. So he comes over and he say, he get on the walkie-talkie. He say, did you say that that van had a busted window? They come back, yeah. He said, I think we got the van. I said, what you mean? You got the, what you talking about? I called y'all. Next thing I know, the helicopter shoots over. Now he's right on top of my car.
That's the one.
Bunch of police come surrounding me. They got guns like this. Yo, let me see here. What is y'all doing? So they pulled us out, searched the car. They found the prop guns from the TV show because we was in a TV show truck, and that's where some of the the camera equipment and stuff was in. So they pretty much took me to the station. They thought the guns were real. They took me to the station, and the whole ride to the station, the police like, oh, your career is over. Oh, pretty much just laughing and, oh yeah, you got guns and you got this. So he had took my phone. So he like, show you how dirty the police is. He wanted to go through my phone and put, I guess, see if I sold drugs and go through my pictures or whatever the case may be. Plus my phone kept ringing. He like, man, give me your code. I'm not giving you my code. You know what I'm saying? He takes my phone and finna drop it out the window. You ain't gonna give me the code? At this time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck you, nigga.
So I'm like, I just give him the code. Like, bro, I ain't got shit to hide. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching him go through my phone and, you know what I'm saying? Just all type of shit. Takes me to the station. Like I say, I didn't know that the other van got stopped. So we get to the police station. I see all them who was in that van in the cell already. You know what I'm saying? Shirts all ripped off, scratches on their face, stuff like that. I'm looking, they looking at me. And they got an attitude at me because they thinking I really killed the police. They don't know what's going on. They think that you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at them. So the police end up having to let them go, and they process me, my cousin, and my other homie who was in the car. And I'm just hearing the police out there trying to word it in ways that they can give me a felony. They wanted to give me a felony for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And
So
there's
that's
a bunch
some
of
assault on the officer type shit.
And all the officers there was white. And what happened was, they was in there, they was like, yeah, well, we just gonna say he drugged me. I'm gonna go to the hospital. He drugged me about, I forgot how many feet he said I drugged him. And I'm gonna go to the hospital.
Are you still holding on, you dumb motherfucker?
So he said he was stuck. So
Stuck how?
That's what I said. So I'm listening to them because I'm right in the cell by where they talking at. So the other police were like, well, you really, he said, they was pretty much explaining like how the judge was gonna act. He was like, well, what side was you holding the door on? He like, I was holding the door with my left hand. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, that's not gonna hold up because he would have known you was a police officer no way because your badge and stuff is on the right side. So he was like, well, damn, shit, you know what I'm saying? He was like, well, fuck it. Let's just plant cocaine on him. That's what the police said.
And you hearing this?
I'm hearing it. Luckily, a black police officer had just walked in. I'm guessing he started this ship. I don't know what he doing. But he had walked in on him and heard him say that. And he looked at him and everybody laughed. Yeah, let's do it. All the police laughed. This one police officer did not crack a smile.
They trying to play it off like a joke.
Yeah, they trying to play it off like a joke. And that one police officer, man, really saved, my life right now because I probably, you know what I'm saying, would have
Yeah,
had
they
a
would have
family.
put that on you.
Yeah.
And it would have been your word against the officer's
Exactly.
word, and in a court of law, you a liar.
Exactly. So what they end up doing was they lowered it down to misdemeanor and said that it was like reckless something.
Reckless endangerment type
Yeah.
shit.
So I had a misdemeanor. I'm going back and forth to court. Now I spoke to. I don't see this being no more than one court case. Because once we go here and we let them know, you know what I'm saying, you're a comedian, you're a TV star, you got a TV show.
You're a working paid citizen.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Once we let them know this, you good to go. I say, cool. He say, so you can either pay me $700 to go to that one court case for you, or you can pay me $3,500 to beat the whole case. So I'm like, shit, 700 versus 35. Yeah, take the 700. So
Did you have to plead guilty to?
So once we go the first time, they ended up continuing it because the officers didn't come. So now the second time, that's another 700. So they kept continuing, another 700, another 700, another. So I'm studying paying this lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling the lawyer like, yo, instead of getting this continued, won't you tell him? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck happened? You ain't saying shit.
My assistant keep telling me it's about that time for you to leave so you can catch your flight tonight.
Oh, okay, all right.
But man, like I hate to have to cut this short like this, but man, what I really want to do is, man, I'm gonna take like 5-10 more minutes at a time because, like, that point you brought up, the homie you introduced me to, Cannon, he explained to me a similar situation he went through with prop guns.
Oh yeah.
And that's to show you when, like, even, and they know it's a prop gun.
Mm-hmm.
On site, if you're a trained police officer, you know what a functional firearm is. And you know what a prop gun is.
Right.
You can take the clip out and look and see if it's actually functional.
Yeah. But you know, they don't care about that. As long as they can get somebody in that jail cell, man, they cool. And that's pretty much what they did. And I ended up having to plead guilty to that because I just couldn't keep paying that lawyer $700, man. It was like, so I'm like, man, what happened if I plead guilty? He was like, the supervision. I'm like, all right, man, I'll plead guilty.
But it wasn't no felony.
It wasn't no felony. So when I went up to the judge, and I tell you, this is what I'm telling the lawyer the whole time. All you need to do is tell this judge what was going on. So when I got up there and I told the judge asked me, like, do you have anything you want to say? Did anybody make you plead guilty while at the band? And I pretty much like, man, can I use this as my time to talk? She's like, go ahead. I pretty much broke it down to her. I said, we was in my rap TV show van. She like, a rap TV show van? I said, yeah, it was a rap with my picture on it. She didn't even know that. TV show, she just thought we were some kids going to this party.
So they never explained the fact that you are actually a working comedian.
They never said that I
you were actually on the bill promoting your craft.
So after I pled guilty, she told me out of her mouth, she said, because you pled guilty already, there's nothing I can do about it now. But she said what I would do is instead of giving you a year supervision, I would do 6 months. But she hadn't even knew nothing about, you know, the show.
See, I think, well, there actually would have been some ground for an appeal.
It would have been, but at the time, man, I was young.
Yeah, you just said fuck it.
I
feel you. But, like, see, that's the thing, man. Like, we need to be more educated about everything that we get involved in. Even if something legal, you have to know every aspect of the business, or you will be taken advantage of. Like, I went through some trouble with my investor, but like I love her to death, but business-wise, like it wasn't working out. So we basically went our separate ways, but you know, it's still all love. Like, you know, she invested a portion, so. With that said, you know, we're gonna work out the business end of it. But once the business doesn't work, you have to go your separate ways. And in our case, things wasn't really clear to begin with. So I'm not gonna point fingers at anybody, and at the same time, I'm not gonna take the blame either. But I take the blame for the things I did wrong. But as far as everything else, miss me with that shit. But back to your situation is, had you known that they'd never mentioned anything like that to the judge, you would have took it a step further by saying, look,
Yeah.
I am a working comedian.
Yeah, you gotta be educated, man. You gotta be educated, especially dealing with the law. And what I noticed, man, a lot of times in the black community, the urban community, we aren't educated on a lot of stuff, bro. We're not educated on stuff like credit. You know what I'm saying? How important credit is. You know what I'm saying? We're not educated.
My credit fucked up.
And you know, and it's crazy because I know white kids who come into a teenage and adulthood with good credit, and you want to help is because their parents got
prepared them for the future.
They had secure credit cards at the age of 16. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff to
so
build
they building credit at an early age.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they got so many opportunities above us that we don't have, man. And it kind of like that's why I be trying to educate people in my videos because you know it's something called Legal Shield. A lot of people don't know about Legal Shield because Legal Shield is not even promoted in the urban community. Like, you never really hear nothing about Legal Shield. I'm going to tell you about Legal Shield. Legal Shield is pretty much an app. It's a company that you pay, I think, it's cheap, like no more than $27 a month. You pay this, and you can have a lawyer or advice from a lawyer anytime you need.
So, like, you got a lawyer on standby, basically.
You get a ticket, you just take a picture of the ticket, and send it to them.
Especially with this technology we got now.
You send a picture of the ticket, they going to show up the court face. I didn't even know about this app. Somebody actually was selling this app and they told a family member, they were like, I'm promoting this company, sign up for it. I'm supporting them. I'm like, I'm signing up for it. Signed up for it and ended up actually using it and seeing this work. I had lawyers for like 4 or 5 different things that I didn't even expect coming, but it came in handy. I was able to get a lawyer for speeding tickets and different tickets. I was able to call to go over a contract that I got presented to me, like different stuff, man. They very useful.
Lawyers are always useful. I learned that at an early age.
Yeah, man, but see, they don't promote this app, man. Nobody know that you can have a lawyer on retainer like that. You know
what was the name of the app?
Legal Shield.
Legal Shield.
Legal Shield, man.
Legal Shield. You heard it from Timothy Wilson.
You know, so man, it's like, man, we gotta start educating our people, man, like on the stuff. Because, and then the thing is, the police know about Legal Shield
all day, and they'll keep that information from you.
And I noticed because Legal Shield gives you a card, and it say on the card Legal Shield, your membership number and all that, and it say on the back.
So automatically you present that to the
and it tell you if your intentions is on questioning me or anything to that nature,
shut the fuck up
right
here.
Call them lawyers, you know what I'm saying? And when you give a police that with your license and shit, and I see it when I hand it to them when they pull me over, their reaction is totally different because now they know I got a law firm on my team.
Now the question is, I'm gonna get petty real quick. Why would they be pulling you over? What kind of car you drive?
Man, well, at the time, when they was pulling me over, man, I had a drop top Mustang on 32-inch wheels, man, purple.
32-inch wheels.
One of the best cars in the city, in my opinion. Like, man, that car won me so many trophies. But I got a Lexus.
You gotta bring the trophies. I want to see them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they don't make it out here.
Let me send you some pictures. You know. So you still got the car? You sold it?
No, I got the car gone now.
And you sold it for some more money. Yeah. That's what you. This is business right here. Like, you feel me? Fuck a car. Car holds no value. You know what I mean? You can sell that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Double your money. Keep it pushing. That's a motherfucking hustle, man.
They pull me over in that car all the time, man.
Oh, so that shit had to go.
Pretty much.
Too much attention.
I wanted to go, but
Okay. See, my assistant's still waving the fucking white flag at me. This nigga over there. But like, I really hate to have to cut this short, so I'm gonna let it be known now. This means you coming back. Cause I got mad. I only got to question number 2. You feel me? So really question 2 or 3. So the thing is, you know, this was 420 in Santiago. Or before I go, shout out to my nigga BB Inc. You feel me? He designed those right here. That's that dope shit right here. That's that dope drip right here. And I got a little gift for you. He sent me a little package the other day. Yo, pass me the hat. I got some more shit at the crib for you, right? I know you ain't play sports. But that's the hat, you feel me? Triangular Swag. That's my boy BBN03 on Instagram. Follow him.
Appreciate
Tell the
it.
people what your Instagram is.
Instagram at PressTDub, Facebook at Timothy Wilson, website PressTDub.com.
Okay, my shit is DOTENT331. My man, with the fresh drip, you feel me? Triangular Swag, BBN03, on Instagram. If I'm getting it wrong, but I'll post it later. But that shit fits you, G. I got the shirt for you too, so I'm gonna see if I can stop by the crib when I went to the airport and let you get that. So, but once again, this was 420 in Santiago, my motherfucking baby. Now, once again, let them know who you are.
I'm Timothy Wilson, aka PressTDub, man.
And the star of the movie 420 in Santiago, which is coming out soon. And we'll see y'all niggas soon. I ain't got no more weed, so we gotta go.
It's a wrap.
I'm gonna take. Ooh, thank you. We gonna smoke that when I wait to the airport.
It's a wrap.
So once again, shout out to my niggas, everybody else. Hey, what's up? So now we really gotta go. We really gotta go cut this shit, man.
Going back, nigga, stay high. You ain't got a beg to differ. Got my own weed. I don't wanna see your reefer. On the edible, nigga feeling no stress. She compatible. Baby love to talk sex.